back to my channel. Today I have the April message for all of the Geminis out in the collective. This is going to be your monthly message. For those of you that are new, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen. I'm a spiritual advisor and intuitive coach. I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every week right here on this channel. We truly appreciate and value each and every single one of you. So all we can do is ask that you please subscribe, give us a like, as it truly does help our content. Comment down below if you desire, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we release new content. Without further ado, let's get into your message, Gemini. All right, Gemini, here we go. This is going to be your April monthly message. Please note that I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I do take jumpers from the pack as I don't like to choose my own cards. And note that this is going to be a general message. It will not resonate with every single Gemini out in the collective. So I ask that you take with you what you like, what resonates, and leave the rest behind. So we're going to start off with an oracle message, as I like to see where you are energetically, and then we are going to transition into the tarot. So, angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, where are Gemini currently in the collective? Where is Gemini currently in the collective? What is their energy like? What do they need to be aware of? Beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay, Gemini. So this is what we actually have. Okay, so we are starting off with this Goblin card, okay? So this Goblin card really signifies to me that there is a lot of self-negative talk, a lot of self-sabotage going on. It almost feels like like you're not really allowing it's almost like you have that negative voice in your mind that is really preventing you from creating the change that is necessary. A 5 truly represents change. So I really feel that that Spirit is really asking you to make the necessary changes to help shift you in a new direction in your life. And the reason I say that is because your other card here is the magical map shifter, okay? But you got this in reversed, okay? Which really tells me that you're not really utilizing all of your talents that are being provided to you, and you're not really utilizing all of your abilities to be able to create the life that you are desiring or that you are wanting. What really is standing out to me here is that the goblins in itself is we all have those voices in the back of our mind that truly prevent us from moving forward, because it's almost as if it's that little voice that tells you, you know, if you do this, you're going to fail. You're not going to succeed. You're going to, you know, fall flat on your face. We often allow those voices to truly prevent us from doing the things that we could ultimately create. And with this magical map shifter in reverse, what this is really telling me here is that you're not following your heart. Your heart is truly guiding you to do something with passion and with joy, something that you love. And I feel that Spirit is giving you all of those little synchronicities that you've been asking for, almost as if you've been asking for a sign, but you're not really paying attention to the sign. You know, your emotions are really what is driving, and your mental cloudiness, like the mental thoughts that you constantly are having in your mind, are really what is preventing you from moving forward. So let's go ahead and look and see what the tarot has to offer here. This is really interesting, Gemini. Not a lot of times, you know, when you allow that negative self-talk to just really prevent you from really seeing things clearly, it really hinders you from doing things that allow you to be successful. I'm sort of picking up that a lot of you are wanting to sort of move in this direction, of being able to fulfill a dream, a long life dream that you've had. But I think the question you have to ask yourself is, what voice in your mind is really preventing you from following that dream, right? That voice is really sabotaging you. Whether it's, it's a voice that, comes in, you hear it in the sound of like a relative, or things that you might have frequently heard somewhere along the line. That voice is really preventing you from moving forward. And I really see that very clearly in your cards so far. Okay, we need one more here, angels, and then we're going to get right into it. One more for all of my Geminis out in the collective. Okay. All right. Okay, Gemini. So as you know, if you have seen your messages before, you know that it's a 9-card draw. And we sort of look at it as a journey. Okay, so you are starting off in the Hanged Man position in reverse, which tells me that you're not willing to see things a different way. Okay, almost like you yourself are preventing yourself from surrendering what Spirit is really bringing to you. That doesn't surprise me, since we have the magical map shifter in reverse, and you have the Goblin card, which really signifies to me in and of itself that you are really, you're just sort of, it's almost as if you have this belief or this perception that things have to be done in a certain way. And if they're not done in a certain way, then they're not done correctly, or then it's not valid, or it doesn't count. That is not the case here, okay? Because the Hanged Man really speaks about allowing yourself to see things from a different perspective. When it's in the upright position, you're really allowing yourself to see things from an upright position, because basically the Hanged Man puts himself in the reverse position. They want to see things in a different way. They want to be able to view things from a different way. And I really feel that you're not preventing yourself from doing that. We also have... So as you can see, it's a 9-card draw, and I read them both left to right, and I also read them up and down. So your next card is going to be the 9 of Wands, okay? This 9 of Wands really talks about how hard you have initially worked. So I really feel that you've worked really hard to get to where you are, and it's sort of like you're tired. So you're not really willing to see beyond what's in front of you. It's almost like you're sort of boxed yourself in. You're not really willing to go beyond that, or really allow yourself to think beyond what you've already created, okay? This is really asking you to move beyond your perceived limitations. There is so much more out there for you. You have so much more. But you're not really willing to, it's almost like you're afraid that if you move past your perceived limitations, that people are going to really fight you for what you've already worked for. That isn't the case. You need to be able to move beyond that so that you can see what else is there. Because with her carrying this lit wand right here, that really tells me that you still have a desire to do something, but you're not allowing yourself to do that, okay? Then we have the 4 of Wands, okay? So the 4 of Wands really talks about a celebration, but I'm really looking at this as the inspiration that you're receiving from Spirit. Spirit is really letting you know that whatever desire it is that you currently have, that you're wanting to fulfill, is deeply supported by them. And they're wanting you to do this. They're wanting you to go with the flow, allow yourself to flow in that direction, and recognize that it is going to be foundational for you. It is going to be successful. But you have to be willing to move past your own fears and your own illusions, okay? I say illusions because then we have the devil here, okay? The devil really brings into our awareness the things that we often refuse to see, or the things that we often hide behind, right? So the devil really portrays to us the illusions and the masks that we often carry within our own everyday, right? So what illusion have you created for yourself based off of this self-sabotaging voice that's in your mind or in your brain that is preventing you from really doing something that is going to bring you a lot of joy? Okay. because you do have something that you're wanting to bring to fruition, but you're not really allowing yourself. You're really allowing the devil to sort of take control, and it's really keeping you stuck. All right, so now we've moved to the heart of the reading here, okay? In the heart of the reading, we have the 5 of Cups with the 2 of Swords here, okay? So what does this tell me? So this 5 of Cups really tells me that you're really, okay, so what I'm picking up is that maybe whatever this idea is that you have, or this, you know, whatever spirit is really guiding you to do, maybe you've tried it once before and it failed. And it's that one particular experience that is sort of keeping you stuck and preventing you from moving past your own limitations. And it's bringing forth that illusion of failure, because you're really coming from a place of that perspective in your past with this 5 of Cups. This 5 of Cups really speaks about crying over spilled milk. Why are you focusing on what transpired when she already has another cup behind her? There are other cups that are still available to her, but she's so busy worried about this one that's going down the drain instead of focusing on what is in front of her, focusing on what is still available to her. So with this 5 of Cups, what this is really asking you to do in regards to this new inspiration, this new idea, this new vision and passion that you have is let it go. Let go of what transpired in the past and allow yourself to see other opportunities for growth and for success so that you could actually move forward, okay? Now, the 2 of Swords with this really tells me that this is ultimately a choice. You're sort of at a crossroads. You're not really sure, and you sort of feel like you're lost, or you're blind, or you're not really sure if it's the right direction to move in. And here's what I'm going to tell you. No matter what choice you make, Spirit is going to support whatever decision you make. But are you going to really be okay with whatever decision you make? Really allow your heart to make the decision. Your heart is really where you need to sort of put yourself in, because your heart is where your soul resides. I really feel that this is really asking you to allow yourself to work with Spirit, allow yourself to move in that direction so that you could actually get some amazing results and see yourself sort of transition into something new. Now we're going to move into the steps and the advice that Spirit has for you. So here we have the Empress. I absolutely love this because the Empress is really about creation. And once you make the decision to sort of let go of what transpired in the past and allow yourself to see other opportunities, you're going to be able to create so many other things. Spirit is blessing you here with the Empress, because the Empress really talks about unconditional, genuine nurturing and care and support from Mother Earth, right? All of the resources have been provided for you, and it's really about creating. It's about creating the success that you are trying to envision here with this new passion that you're sort of holding on to. It's almost like as if it's something you've been desiring for a very long time, but you've just allowed that illusion of failure to prevent you from actually doing it, okay? We then move into the 4 of Swords, which is really about reflecting, right? So, and this is sort of falling in your past, okay? Which you have the Devil with the Hangman, okay? So what this really tells me is that, you know, whatever transpired in the past, you have sort of prevented yourself from observing that or seeing that or allowing yourself to really reflect on where you were back then. Really take into account how much you have grown since then. What are the new things that you've sort of learned from that experience? Because no matter whether you were successful or whether you failed, it taught you something. And that something is what, in learning that experience, is really what is going to help you shift into a more successful avenue should you try it again. right? So the Four of Swords is really about being connected to your heart and reflecting on that, really allowing yourself to reflect on the growth and the passion that you have for that. We then have the the Three of Pentacles, right? Which is really about hard work. It's about work, and it's about collaborating, and it's working on your passion, doing what you love. And if you truly love this idea or this concept or following your heart, then that is where you need to be, because that means that you're going to be supported. That means that you're going to find people that are on the same path as you and that are going to sort of help you along your way and on that journey. So your outcome card is the Five of Wands, okay? And what this really tells me is that it's in reversed, which is a good thing, because if it was in the upright position, it would really tell me that you sort of feel that there's some competition there. But when I see a Five of Wands in reversed, it really sort of screams to me that whole rivalry and that whole like it's almost like maybe because what I'm kind of picking up is that maybe what happened was that this was a partnership in some sort and things sort of fell apart and there was a lot of conflict between you and this business partner. And it's the whole reason why you've allowed this illusion to prevent you from trying to be successful at it again. This is really, I mean, no matter how I look at this, when I see, you know, the Hangman, the Five of Cups with the Five of Wands, you guys have got two fives, okay? So double fives and double fours really speak, actually you have three fives. So three fives really signifies significant change. And when spirit really brings about, when you start seeing sequences of numbers, those synchronicities, it's really sort of a wake-up call to you to pay attention, because spirit is really trying to bring that into your awareness that major change is needed. I really feel that what really needs to transpire here, Gemini, is that you need to first allow yourself to view things from a very different perspective. Sort of take yourself out of that self-sabotaging role. Allow yourself to view it from a different perspective and see beyond your perceived limitations. What is it that is preventing you? Really ask yourself, what is it that's preventing you from moving forward? You've already worked so hard at getting where you are, but if you could just push a little bit further, you're going to see the success with this Four of Wands that you've been wanting, and you're going to be able to celebrate all those wins, and you're going to feel like you've accomplished so much more, right? What illusions do you currently have that are preventing you from believing that you can be successful in this? Because I really feel this has a lot to do with your belief system and whether you believe that you can be successful at it. You know, the heart of the reading is you forgetting what transpired in the past. Stop wasting all of your tears and your what ifs or the buts from what transpired in the past. Make a choice. The Two of Swords is really about you needing to make a choice. You need to make a choice. Do you want to move forward, or do you want to continue to stay in the past? Because when you stay in the past, then you're truly going to be stuck where you are and you're not going to move forward. The Empress really brings forth creativity and abundance and prosperity, and it brings forth the success that you're really wanting. It's going to be provided for you, but you have to be willing to make that choice. Also, reflect on what you learned from that past experience. That past experience taught you something, and it's really up to you to really reflect on that and allow yourself to bring those lessons forward so that you don't make those same mistakes twice, right? Also, the Three of Pentacles really talks about working on your craft, really doing what you love. So allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to bring that forward. The Five of Wands, it's really about you recognizing that instead of looking at everything as a competition and looking at everything as, well, everything's going to fall in the same way, really look at it as, how could I use this as a learning opportunity to train me for my next step, right? And the biggest takeaway of all here is going to be the three fives, the 555, because that in and of itself really represents that Spirit wants you to make a very significant change in your life. It's actually sort of you've sort of been feeling it for a long time, but Spirit is really asking you to like really bring that forward. You really need to bring that change. So let's go ahead and get some oracle cards so that we can get some additional messages and what else Spirit would like to add to this message. All right, angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what additional information do you have for my Geminis regarding this beautiful message for month of April? What additional information do you have for all of the Geminis out in the collective this month? Thank you. What additional information and advice do you have for all of the Geminis out in the collective this month? Okay, is that it? I think so. Okay. All right, here we go. Yes. Okay. This is Saradwin, which is potential. Okay. So what this really means is it's a 9. Okay. A 9 is really about an ending, which means that your struggles are really past you. And now it's time for you to create something new, right? Potential is really about you recognizing how powerful, how magnificent you are, and how much potential you actually have that you can bring forth. I really feel that this is really going to be about your belief system, what you actually believe. If you really believe that you don't have the potential to do this or to be successful at it, then you're going to make that come true. That is going to become your reality. So what you really need to do is really find affirmations that are going to work for you, that will allow you to sort of shift your perception and your thinking about you being able to create this and make it successful. All right, my Geminis, that is my message for you this month. I hope that you've got a lot of golden nuggets. I thank you all so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time for your new message. Namaste, guys.